Welcome back to the channel. I am Mr. White Springs, and today I want to show you guys how to set up whatever character you want on whatever part of the raid you want. As you see, this character is a mule, but it is on the snake. I've completed the rest of the raid, and this one is set on the snake. And I want to show you guys how you can set up whatever character you want, a mule, whatever you want to do, onto whatever part of the raid you want. So we switch over to another character and set up the glitch. Well, it's not a glitch. I'm going to set up the mission and show you how it's done. Here we go. Here I am with my mule. This one is set up at the Epsilon Trio, and this is where I'm going to show you guys to set up because the Epsilon Trio is going to be very big when the raid changes come out on December 2nd with the new Burning Springs update. The Epsilon Trio is going to have a lot of good mods, and if you have a character set up at the Trio, you can do the Trio, the Crystals, and the Snake over and over and over again, whereas my Snake character can only do the Snake because that's where they're at, and they can't go backwards in the raid. So I'm going to show you guys how to set up at the Epsilon Trio, but this works for the same. If you want to set up at the Snake, then you just continue until you're at the Snake. And if you want the crystals, you go to the crystals. But we're going to go through everything. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to delete my quest here. So I have a brand new one. So I run up to the raid. It should give me a new one. All right. So as you see, now I have the beginning quest line for the raid, the Gleaming Depths. And I'm going to show you guys how to set up at the trio. So you come in here, you get the new quest. Come in with your team, because most of the time you're going to be bringing a mule in here, somebody you don't care about. So they're in the raid on the section you want. So I got my buddy here to help me out with this. Hello. All right. So it's just going to continue the raid as per normal. You're going to do whatever sections you don't want to leave your character at. So like I'm going to do the Guardian, I'm going to do the Mine, and then I'm going to leave this character at the Trio. So here we go. We're going to rush through this because it's not super important. What you're going to want to do, if you have a mule like I have, like I don't even have serums on this character, you're going to want somebody that can do the raid or parts of the raid by themselves or bring in a team of friends, whatever you got. You can't set it up by yourself, unfortunately, unless you have a character that can do the entire thing to set up where you want. So I'm going to start. Here we go. All right, as you can see, we did die, but we did win. We're on the mines now. We're gonna fast forward through the mines. Ready? And go. All right, mines down. So now the fun part, because we're on the command center now. So let the mine go down. You don't even have to actually do this part, but I'm gonna run down to the command center. Now this is where I'm going to leave this character. This is where this character was in the first place. I'm going to set it back up so it stays here. But you guys might want to continue. So if you want to continue, just go down, continue past the trio to wherever you want to set up. If you want to set up at the crystals, you go to the crystals, go to the beginning of the crystals. Do not start the crystals if that's where you want to set up. Whatever part of the raid you want to set up on, do not do that part of the raid. I'm going to be on the command center, so I'm not going to do the command center. But as soon as you get the character where you want, you do come down. Well, you don't have to come down here, but the big thing is you are the team leader when you do this. You have to be the team leader from the beginning of the raid to where you want to set up. So I am in the command center now. And my buddy here, now like if we want to continue, we would, but I want to keep this guy here. I would leave. Just quit out, leave the world, and then come back with a different character. I'm not going to do that yet. I will explain how the process works, but I'm just leaving to show you that when I come back in, I am still on the trio. Here we go. So as you see, we are still at the trio. Came back into a world, we're still at the trio. So now what we're going to do is show you how to keep them here at the trio, but continue to farm. So what you're going to do, this character is not going to be able to do any part of the raid whatsoever after this. That's why I use a mule, because if they go into any other section of the raid, it will screw up the farm, and like it will make it so I can't do the command center like I'm at right now. So set up a character like a mule that you don't care, or a character that doesn't plan to do raids, so you have the character set up. So right here, now I created a team. My teammate is going to join, and I'm going to go into the raid. All right. After you're in the raid, you don't have to move. You don't have to do anything else. Wait for your team to come in. Whether it's one person or three people, wait for them to come in. And my helper's on a PS4, so I'm going to speed this up. Oh, look, he's here. He's not actually here yet, but I can see him, so that's a good start. Now he's moving. Once you see they're in and moving, now when you're just going to leave. And your teammates are going to go down to the wherever you have it set up. In my case, it's the trio. So while I leave and switch characters, they're going to go down to the trio. Once you load in, just join the team, and you will join their instance of the raid, which is now on the trio because of your previous setup. So you'll go back in the raid. Alrighty, once you're back in the raid, you can give a thumbs up to your team, or you can tell them over a party chat, whatever you're doing, let them know you're here, and then they can pull you down to wherever you're set up. Like I'm at the command center, so my coworker, my friend is going to pull me down, and we can do the trio. There you go. And we would kill the trio, or do whatever. If you're at the crystals, you do the crystals. If you're at the snake, you do the snake. Whatever you want to do. But this is all set up now. And just to show that it is not, I'm going to leave. I don't really care about doing this right now. Just to show that my character is still on the trio, I will leave. I will switch characters back to the character that I set up the farm with. And I will jump back into the world. It doesn't matter if it's public or private. This will work either way. Because this is not a glitch. I want to repeat, this is not a glitch. You're just leaving your character at the mission that you left on originally. So I come back in, and this character will still be on the trio, and you can repeat farm as much as you want. You cannot do it solo. You do have to have at least one person to hold the raid spot while you switch characters, but as you see, I am still on the trio. And that's it. Hopefully you guys get some use out of this. I have a character set up on the snake and on the trio. I feel like the trio is going to be one of the best places to leave because you can do the mines, the trio, and the snake. Or not the mines, but the crystals over and over and over again, or you can leave one on the snake. It doesn't really matter. Just follow this step by step, and you'll have your own character set up for whatever part of the raid you want. Have a good day. Hit one of those buttons if you like the video, and let me know down in the comments what you'd like to see next.